Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to Celestial Oracle Codes. My name is Samuel, and I have been called to shuffle the Aether Creature Cards Oracle and go ahead and get a message and read from the book for the collective for this short reading. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Let's see what messages want to come, or what message wants to come through. Alright, so Aya Serpent. And before I actually get the book, I'll tell you briefly right now. This is number 22, and this is from the Aether Creatures cards, and this is the spirit of ayahuasca, the plant for enlightenment and spiritual enlightenment. So we're going to go ahead and get the book, meaning for that, and then we will go ahead and close this down. So thank you to my spiritual team and the Most High for delivering this message so easily. Alright, so the Aya Serpent. The medicine is surrender, transformation, rebirth, teaching and learning, relinquishing, control, and medicine. I'm actually going to read that a bit slower for all of my viewers. So the medicine is surrender, transformation, rebirth, teaching and learning, relinquishing control, and medicine. Okay, so plants have consciousness. The consciousness of some plants and or the combination of them serves as a teacher or medicine. This is the case for what native tribes call ayahuasca. The consciousness of ayahuasca can transform itself into anything it likes for the sake of the awareness and the healing of a person who has decided to partake in the medicine. But it chooses certain recurring forms to appear to a person. One of those forms is the Aya Serpent. When this serpent appears, it appears as one large snake or as several smaller snakes. It will appear to be made entirely of multicolored geometric fractals. You will often feel its reptilian presence creeping toward you before you visually see it. It is not malevolent. It is a transcendental spirit. But it comes to force surrender to what you must learn or heal or relinquish for your own highest good. For this reason, it is common for the Aya Serpent to first approach you and potentially circle you, but to eventually go into and permeate your body. When it does this, in many cases, it causes people to have a Kundalini awakening. Okay? And for all of those who don't know what Kundalini is, Kundalini, Chi, Holy Spirit, all of that is the same thing. All right? So it also tends to repair people's DNA, which is beautifully metaphoric, seeing as its form so resembles the double helix. The Aya Serpent tends to appear when someone is refusing to relinquish control, especially when doing so is for their own good. When you are in a state of fear, you begin to resist. You imagine something too bad for you, when it is actually exactly what you need. The snake is a manifestation of rebirth and transformation. It sheds its skin once it outgrows it and is thus reborn again and again. If the Aya Serpent has appeared to you right side up, surrender. It is time to shed your old form in order to heal, grow and change from what has been into something new. You are probably resisting that process and trying to maintain the old form and keep it together. This means you are using control as a tool of resistance. Can you sense this resistance within you? What does that resistance need you to know now? What is it about? What are you afraid of? What would it take for you to surrender and let go of control so that you can shed that old skin and let yourself be transformed into a new you, a new life, or a new way of being? The Aya Serpent forces surrender when it is for someone's higher good. Knowing this, rather than being forced to surrender, choose to surrender. Embrace the serpent rather than tensing yourself against it. All of us find ourselves in situations that threaten the foundation of who we think we are and what we think we want and the life that we have built. These situations have the capacity to bring us to our knees. When we are in them, it feels like we are walking a precipice between transformation, radical change, and ruin, being destroyed. This situations force these situations force you to surrender, to stop trying to do things in a way you've always done them, and to radically change. If you are in one such situation, you are being told to surrender. If you are not, the Aya Serpent is giving you the opportunity to practice surrender before things have to escalate in order to put you on your knees to force a positive change. To practice surrender, simply make a practice of dropping into what is occurring right now, whatever is happening outside of you, whatever you are thinking, feeling, and sensing, and simply let it be. Stop trying to change it, manipulate it, stop it, start it, add to it, take away from it, or do anything with it whatsoever. Let it be and let it happen. Surrender does not imply failure or defeat. It does not imply that you will never get what you want. It is not a punishment or a bad thing. It is also not a strategy. It is instead the absence of strategy. It is accepting that your strategies have failed and you don't have any new ones and you don't know. More effort, more thinking, and more planning won't work. It is a giving up on the idea that you can or should be able to manage or control the situation, therefore able to manage or control the situation. Therefore, it implies a surrendering to the reality of what is, an acceptance that change must occur, an openness to learn, see, hear, and feel. It is letting yourself be led by the universe. It is about letting go. In the name of safety, happiness, and certainty, people try to control everything. That is human nature. We want control so we can guarantee the experiences we want and avoid those we don't want. But in this situation, control is what will cause you pain, and you can't keep resisting and fighting. There is an element of futility in the situation at hand, and you must surrender to that futility in order to flow down the right path for you. You don't know if the unknown will be better or worse, but it does not matter because you can't keep doing this. Do you have an idea of what this is that you keep doing or that you can't keep doing? Surrender is often accompanied by a great sense of ease, relief, and peace. It is an inner softening and opening. And in that state, you can often experience the existence of something larger than yourself, the presence of a larger consciousness or divine intelligence that is working things according to a bigger picture. It is safe, therefore, to accept, to let go, and to trust. It is safe to surrender. What do you feel you need in order to let this surrender, change, and transformation and rebirth occur? And be aware that the Aya Serpent sometimes appears right side up to those who are being called to partake of the medicine by the consciousness of ayahuasca itself. So, that is a very profound message. Obviously, there are benefits unforetold from partaking in the ayahuasca medicine. If you do decide to do that, please seek a professional to help you with it and make sure that you do it in a safe way. Other than that, I leave you with this message, and I will let the message speak for itself. As always, I'm eternally grateful for all of your presences here. If you're not a subscriber, do consider subscribing. I'd love to have you around. And other than that, I will see you all in my next reading. Blessings.